Everyone, today we'll be learning about expressions. Now, what is an expression? It's a mathematical phrase that contains coefficients, constants, variables, and operators. Let's look at a real quick an example of an expression. 5x plus 7. 5x is a coefficient because it is constantly changing. The 7 is a constant. It never changes. It always stays 7. The x is a variable. And the plus sign is an operator. It tells the 7 and the 5x what to do. Now, let's try to factor an expression. Let's start out with an easy one. 2x plus 4. To factor an expression, you look for the common factors. So let's factor out a 2x. Let's factor a 2x. 1, 2, and x would be the factors. And a factor of 4, you get 1, 2, 4. Now, what does 2x and 4 have in common? They have a 2 in common. So pull out a 2 and divide each term by 2. 2x divided by 2 would be x. And 4 divided by 2 would be 2. So your final answer would be 2x plus 4. Let's look at a harder one. X squared plus 4x plus 4. Now, let's try factoring out it. Let's try factoring. X squared, you get an x and an x. Because there's two x's. This would look like this. X times x. What about a 4x? Well, you get 1, 2, and 4. And you also get an x. Because this is 4 times x. And that's combined. And for a 4, you get 1, 2, 4. Now, what do all of these terms have in common? Nothing. So, what you want to do is you want to put this. You want to find two terms that multiply to be 4 and add up to be multiply to be 4 and add up to be 4. So, we list out the factors. 1 and 4 and 2 and 2. The numerical factors. Now, looking at this, we notice that 2 and 2 both multiply to be 4 and add up to be 4. So, since this is a positive and this is a positive, we get x plus 2 times x plus 2. Now notice how x plus x would be x squared. Since these are the same, you can also write this like this, x plus 2 squared, because they're the same thing. It'd be like this, 4 times 4. This would be 4 squared. Alright, now let's try simplifying one real quick. 5x plus 1 times the quantity of x minus 2. To simplify this, we use what we call FOIL. FOIL is first, outer, inner, last. Now remembering that, let's solve. The first terms are 5x and x. So 5x times x. which would give you 5x squared. The outer terms would be 5x and 2. So that'd be 5x times minus 2, which would give you a minus 10x. The inner terms would be 1 and x. So this would be plus 1 times x, which would give you a positive x. And the last terms would be 1 and 2 plus 1 times negative 2, which would give you a negative 2. So, in the end, you get 5x minus 9x minus 2 as your final answer. Now let's try with substitution. Now substitution is when you plug in a number for a variable after you solve for the variable. So let me give you this one. 5t times t minus 1 when t equals 2. The first step we would do was multiply out. So 5t times t would give you 5t squared. 5t minus 1 times minus 1 would give you a minus 5t. Now let's plug in 2. 5 times 2 squared minus 5 times 2. Remember PEMDAS. This would come first. So 5 times 2 squared would be 4 minus 10. This would give you 20 minus 10, and your final answer would be 10.